Hi guys, Logan here with another video. Today, I have something cool to show you. This is the brand new for 2022 Tekky design light up ice cream clown. I don't know why I forgot the name when I had the box right in front of me. Sold exclusively at Party City. This is another one of Tekky's yard stakey characters, similar to trying to remember his name. That scarecrow that they had. That was kind of like the other scarecrow. I'm so bad with names. It's like that static scarecrow they had last season. And like the spearheads and harvester. It's like them, except this guy is super tall. He is 7.5 feet. He's really, really big. And he's a clown. He's a really, really cool clown. Now, I love it when Tekky does clowns because Tekky knows how to do clowns. He do really, really well. He's actually got this cool like fabric that covers his pole. This spiral fabric. It's kind of an inflatable fabric. I think it's just so it doesn't get as dirty and absorb like mud and moisture from the ground as easily, which is really nice. So I have him on mute. That's why you'll see him turn on, because he does not have an adapter. Usually when I do the demo portion, just plug him in. I just don't feel like reaching up and having to turn him on. And he's got a pretty sensitive sound sensor, but he does have a volume control. But he does not include an adapter. I know, sucks, but he's got batteries, so he's battery operated. So he has light up green eyes, cone lights up red. He is static, but he does talk. He's got 3 different sayings. All of them are pretty good. He kind of sounds like the Joker, but I kind of like that he sounds like the Joker. I don't know. It's kind of a cool voice that they used on him. He does not hang either. He does not have a hanging function. Like, I think 2 of the life-sized hangers do, or 2 of the life-sized stakeable characters do. I'm pretty sure Harvester had a hanging function, where they had like a wire on the back of his neck. And that Scarecrow, the Flaming Scarecrow, I think they just called him Flaming Scarecrow, or something Jack. I think it was something Jack, I can't remember. Twisted Jack. Twisted Jack also, I believe, had a hanging function. He does not. He is stake only. Which is kind of a bummer, but I'm going to have him stake down anyway to go next to 2 Scoops, which is why I got him, actually, because he's an ice cream themed clown with a twist, just like 2 Scoops. They are an ice cream themed clown with a twist. See, there's kind of a thing going on here with the ice cream clowns. They have like this really creepy kind of screwed up twist, and I really like that. He's got this really long tongue, kind of resembles Venom Doorknocker, and then his ice cream cone's got a skull in it, and it's in like a waffle cone. So, and then he's got a white and gray pinstripe costume with white ruffles with that red accenting. I think it's got like a kind of an off-white, almost like a cream-colored top, like a party hat. I don't know. I like his costume. I like the colors of it. It's not very bright, but it's got like splashes of color in it. And like his claws are bright red too, which contrast it. His hair is also a bright red. His face also is a nice contrast. I like the fact that he's got bright green eyes, and he's also got that seasonal vision, like eye printing inside of it. I think that's also super dope that they did that. The facial expression is terrifying. Like, this is a really scary looking clown. Like, he's got this huge, gaping mouth. Like, truly demonic looking. I think it is super duper duper scary. So this guy is going for $130, I believe, or somewhere around that price, which is a pretty fair price, I think, for what he is. 7.5 feet. He's stakeable. He's static. He's huge. He's detailed. His arms are posable. They are fully posable. The steak. I do want to mention this. So on the box, it shows kind of like a plasticky, cheapo steak, like you would see on the trying to think what like the spearheads. It is actually a metal steak, right there, by the trash on the floor. Because I have him zip tied, so he stands. It's metal, which is good, because now I use a lot of yard steaks on Halloween, so it's gonna be no problem with him. And my biggest fear with staking things in the ground is that when I have to pull them out, because I'm fucking strong, is that I'm gonna hurt them when I'm pulling them out. That's metal. I'm not gonna hurt it. It'll be okay. I guess with that, there's another concern that it'll start to rust over time, and if that does, I guess we'll come back and revisit that, because I do have special paint for that to preserve it. I work at a body shop. I've got stuff at my disposal to help preserve him as much as I need to. One thing I do wish Tekky did was weatherproof him, because he is a yardstick prop. I don't think any of them are weatherproofed. He is not weatherproof. He is built like an animatronic. Like internally, if you guys can see, yeah, that's just ooh, he's fallen and he can't get up. That is a standard module, and I'm going to hopefully get him to stand back up. I don't know why I did that to myself. That scared me. That is a standard animatronic module. This, it's like clothing material. It's not really cheap. It's like a costume, like a Halloween costume material. It's like he's not weatherproofed. Head's blow mold. I mean, it's kind of what you would expect. Everything, like all the plastic pieces are blow mold, but the costume is not weatherproof, so it will not protect it. So, another cool thing I did want to kind of point out is the cherry just have a little stem on it, and I thought that was really cute. I don't know. There was just a little detail I thought was really cool. I went into Party City to grab like 2 little items, and online it said they didn't have any of these in store or like in stock to ship. They had 4 of these. They had 4 of him in store, chilling out. They had 3 in overstock, 1 on the floor. Actually, no. 3 in overstock, 1 on the shelf, 1 on display. They had a bunch of them. And actually, when I saw them on display, I looked up and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta get him. So, and this has been one of my favorites this whole season. I thought he was super cool. I thought he was really creepy. When I looked at the facial expression, I thought, wow. Wow. Despite how they changed it a bit from the prototype, because the prototype, if you actually look at it, has longer teeth. His are shorter. They're actually more even. His are significantly longer. But I still like him. And it might just be a paint job thing. Or I think they had to probably shorten them for the sculpt. But he is really cool. And I like his faces too. They kind of like, it's kind of some dark humor. And I'm a fan of good old dark humor as well. I've got a pretty dark sense of humor. So anyway, let's turn up his volume so you can hear what he says. You also got like my favorite Tekky like clown music.
Frozen flesh, don't you?
Let's get him going again.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for... Well, mostly you just scream.
See, he kind of sounds like the Joker, like from like the cartoons. Kind of like that.
I'm running a little low on refreshments. Run and get the kids for me, will you?
That's my favorite phrase. That one's so jacked up.
love the taste of frozen flesh, don't you?
Let's turn him down again.
I
So, there are a few things I do want to talk about in terms of major cons with this guy. He does have a sensor-only function. Now, there's a problem with that, and it's where they put the sensor. It's all the way right there. He's really not gone off a motion sensor at all unless I've done like close-up shots of his face. There's really nothing that motion sensor is going to be able to detect because it's so high up. They should have like hit it in the cone's nose, or not even in there. They should have put it in the clothing, because that's just not in a really good spot. I don't even know where they put it in the prototype. I'm assuming it was in the cone, because it's not even in the teeth or in the gums. So I really don't know why they chose to put it in the mouth, because it's really not a great spot to have put it. It's just in a really crappy spot. He's so tall, and his head is looking straight up ahead, so it's just not going to be able to detect you, and that sucks. Another thing is he's static. I think a lot of people are on the same page as me when I say there's a huge missed opportunity to have made him animated, especially with that Venom door knocker like tongue wiggle movement. When he's like doing like movement, they should have had his tongue move like he's licking the ice cream cone. That would have been so dope. That would have been even creepier than him just being static. I don't know why they didn't do that, because his tongue was a separate piece from the rest of his like head. But clearly there had to have been some sort of a reasoning behind that. Why is beyond me, but I wish they definitely gave him an animated tongue, because I think that would have been super cool. Other than that, I think he's a pretty solid prop, and I think he's a cool filler, or just like a doorway prop. He's really creepy. Sound sensor's pretty sensitive, as you can see. He's going off constantly. I think you are getting kind of your money's worth. Box is pretty easy to store. It's not too bad. It's kind of what I expect from a Tekky prop, given that they are bulky. I mean, it's like all Tekky props, whole body's one piece, and then he just pulls. Which, I mean, this is literally the easiest assembly ever. It's just a bunch of snap lock pulls all the way up to the head. I mean, he also does have a snap lock key. Like I told you guys about with Torture Box Woman, he does include that as well. It's a new thing they're doing. Pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, that's really all for this guy. I do recommend him. I think he is super dope. I do wish he included an adapter. I don't like that they did not include that. But that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.